Hello world, Will White here, Pike Antler Survival School, bringing you something really odd today. I want to do this video for 3 reasons. 1, it's fun making videos. 2, this is like micro training. You'll see here in a second. We're going to use sparklers to make a fire. Now, is this really applicable to a survival situation? That's reason number 3. But back to reason number 2, dendrites, synapses, or synapse, plural, synapses. Our brain, when it learns something new, has these dendrites, kind of like connecting the dots. To go from dot 1 to dot 2 is learning. When we learn something, a dendrite sends a signal to another dendrite, carving a micro little groove in the brain. Okay, that's called your synapse. The more you do something, the deeper that groove gets and the better you know it. By practicing this, I'm using item 1, sparkler, for a different option. So this is designed to do A. I'm going to see if I can get it to do C and D. Right? Just like in a survival situation, any resource you have, there's got to be multiple uses for it. We don't generally carry any item that only has one purpose. Everything has 2 or more uses. By practicing with this, using some store-bought item for fun, converting it into something that will help with survival, that's helping my creativity, right? I'm required to have a little bit of creativity. What it really does is helps the creative part of my brain stay alive. So if I am in a survival situation and I need to be creative, my brain is already physiologically prepared to do that. I've been practicing creativity for a long time. Reason number 3, I need you. I cannot think for the life of me of a real world application or real world reason I would have these in my pack or would ever need this to make a fire. That's where I'm lacking my creativity. I'm wondering if you can help me come up with an actual rational, realistic reason to have these as a fire starter versus all the other options. So that's what I'm asking for you. So I'm doing this because it's fun, it's good for my brain, and I'm wondering if you can bring something to me to help me make this make sense. But let me show you how it works. All we're going to need is a small pack of sparklers. These are from the Dollar General store, nothing fancy. Our hands have moisture in them. We don't want that to get on there. It does actually make a decent amount of difference. So what I'm going to do is just use my blade. I'll be pulling up and scoring down. Just like that. And also, we can use these for something. If you have some insight on how I can use these, that would be great. They're fairly rigid. They have a decent amount of memory, not strong enough for a fishing hook. But if I bound these together somehow, I might be able to make some sort of tiny snare. What do you got for me? Next, we're just going to put these in a pile, crush them into a powder. That does matter also. This doesn't seem to work very well when it's big chunks. The more powdery, the better. Actually, it's a lot like gunpowder. Come to think about it, if you do this with gunpowder, it burns similarly. But since we're not in a contained environment, basically we're not in a casing of a bullet or a container, we can't create pressure, so it's not going to explode. And that's enough to get a fire going in most situations. You also have the box for tinder.